A project consisted of the following activities whose time estimates are given against each as under. Okay, draw the project network. Draw the project network and find the expected duration and variance of each activity. And also we have to determine the critical path and expected project durations. First three are the same, like very basics. Okay. Now, what about the time estimate? Time estimate is equal to average of the three. Time optimistic plus 4 times of time most likely plus time pessimistic divided by 6. I may write that here itself. I need space. Come on, tell me. 3 plus 15 plus 4 times of 6, 24 should be added. 18 plus 24 divided by 6, 7. Do this for the next one. Okay, 6. Then the same way 14, 5, 11, 7, 11, 4 and 18. Cross verify this. And variance is nothing but the difference between pessimistic time and optimistic time divided by 6 to the power 2 is the variance. The difference between these two time, 15 minus 3, 12, 12 divided by 6, 2 to the power 2, 4. So I may post that here. So here being 4, again the same way for the next one, 4, 16, 1, 4, 16, 1 and 16. Hope you'll be able to understand these two easily. Now I'm going to draw the network diagram. Activity 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So we have the node starts with 1. From there you have to draw an arrow for 2, an arrow for 3, an arrow for 4. Okay, we can draw the diagram here. Is that okay? 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and 2 to 5, 2 to 6, 2 to 5, 2 to 6, and 2 to 6, 3 to 6. So you can connect these two directly. 4 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 7, 6 to 7, all get connected with number 7. Number 7. This is what about the network diagram. Now I am going to plot the time for each and every activity. After the calculation of TE, time estimate, I have to plot here. 1 to 2, the time being 7. Here 1 to 3, 6, 1 to 4, 14. And 2 to 5, 5, 2 to 6, 11, 3 to 6, 7, 4 to 7, 11, 4 to 7, 11, and 5 to 7, 4, 6 to 7, 18. And the critical path should be here 11, 7 plus 11 plus 18. I think this may be the critical path. 18 plus 11, 29 plus 7, 36. Okay, I hope this may be the critical path. These are the activities having highest duration. So this will be the critical path. Yes or no? Or the earlier illustration we calculated for each and every path independently, and then we finalized which is the critical path based on the highest time for completion of the project. So here we already learned that, so I just directly found out the critical path method here, and the project durations also. So 36 is the project duration. 36 is the project duration. Now you need to find out what? You need to find out variance of the standard deviation also. You have to find out the standard deviation also. How can you calculate the standard deviation? Standard deviation in this case is equal to root of sum of variance square, or variance itself, standard deviation square, variance of critical activities. What are the critical activities we have? I am going to mark those activities here. Is that okay? So 1 to 2 and 2 to 6 and 6 to 7. These are the critical activity. You now need to take variance of critical activities 4, 4 and 16. 4, 4 and 16. So 4 plus 16 is the summation of the critical activities. Take the root of this, hope this value being 4.90. 4.90. 4.90. Clear? Now, what is the probability that the project will be completed in 38 weeks? 38 weeks means more than 36. Then it should be more than 50%. The probability of completion of the project, exactly the project completion time based on estimated time we calculated here, 36, is 50%. If it is more than 36 days, then automatically it will be higher than 50%, lower than 50% if the project completion time is less than 36. So here I am going to draw the diagram, bell-shaped diagram, exactly midpoint. This is mu. Mu is equal to 36. Mu is equal to 36. What is my requirement? X in this case is equal to 38. What is the probability that the project will be completed in 38 weeks? So I assume this line should be here. My required area being this one. My required area being this one. Is that clear? This is the probability area. These shades. Now I am going to use the formula here. Z is equal to x minus mu. Okay, x minus mu by standard deviation. Mu by standard deviation. Seems to be u like, and one bar is there. This is called mu. Okay, and x in this case being 38, mu being 36, standard deviation we calculated that being 4.9, then the ultimate value being 0.41. Now you have to find out the probability for this value. If the z being 0.41, if z being 0.41, okay, then you have to find out the probability. So this one, what's the value? One tail probability 16%. One tail probability means This 16 is from here to here. You know that from here to here always 50 percentage. So now the total probability being 66 percentage. You have the chance to meet the due date by 66 times or 66%. Okay, if the cutoff date being 38. If the cutoff date being 38. The same in question number 5. What is the project duration will have 95% chance of completion? Then the probability is 95%, then you have to do reverse calculation. If the probability being 95% means what happens here? Okay, Z value being 1.645, where it is 45%. This will be single tail test, right? In this diagram, 95% it should be right hand side. Okay, right hand side, maybe somewhere here. Okay, this could be the x. I need to calculate the x. This area, this is a shaded area. For that I have to find out the probability. You know that from here to here it's 50%. From to here to here, how long? To this extent I need 45%. For 45% z value is this much. Okay, so z is equal to x minus mu divided by standard deviation. Here the z being 1.645, mu being 36, standard deviation being 4.9. We calculated already 4.9. You can now solve this for finding the x. So x is equal to 1.645 multiplied with 4.9 will go to the other side as a multiplication. From there you can subtract the mu in this case being 36. Now what is the final value? No, this should be plus, right? Add. Okay, total time being 44 weeks. If 44 weeks given as a duration to complete, we will be 95% sure that we can meet the cutoff date. Clear? Yes, come on, make note of it. Finish up this page first and I will show the second batch to be called. Make it faster. Clear? Shall I go for the next page? Yeah, make it faster. Make it faster. So next we will move on to the crash cost. If it is clear, text me so that I will move on to the next one. Make it faster. Online students, come on. What happens? Yeah. I'll move on to the next one. So the next content is all about crash costing. Right. A project is composed of 7 activities as per the details given below. 7 activities and normal time is given here. But if you are introducing some further resources, you can crash the time consumption from 4 to 3. This is called crash time. So if you want to finish off in 4 days, you can spend 1500 rupees. If you want to reduce this to 3 days itself, this activity 1 and 2, your cost being 2000. What does it mean? For reducing 1 day, you have to spend 500 rupees excess. 500 rupees excess. That is called crash time. That is called crash time. Crash cost. So let me first finish up the crash cost here. Okay. Crash cost per day is nothing but normal cost, crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time. See, 500 rupees can be spent additionally for reducing 1 extra day. It means you have to spend 500 rupees for reducing 1 day. If you want to apply this as a formula, then you can use this formula. 2000 minus 1500 and normal time being 4, crash time being 3. So 500 by 1, so 500 is the final answer. You don't need to worry about this. This formula is, understand that. And 1 by 1 activity 1 and 3, normal time and crash time being the same, so we cannot crash further, no other way. We have to complete this by 2 days only. In case of activity number 4, you can reduce the time consumption from 5 to 4. 1 day can be reduced, but what is the additional cost you have to spend? 250 plus 125, 375, I think. 375. Here, 7 days is reduced to 5 days. Because of that, you need to incur 500 rupees additionally. By incurring 500 rupees additionally, you can reduce 2 days, means for every 1 day, you can spend 250 rupees additionally to reduce 1 day. For reducing 2 days, you can spend 500 rupees. Here 7 to 6, only 1 day can be reduced and additional cost can be only 500 rupees. Here 2 to 1, and here, come on, tell me, is it 375? Yeah, here we can reduce 1 day, and what about the ultimate cost? 1500, 2125, 625. So now you calculate what? All the things as usual. Then now my question is, can we reduce the time consumption as per our estimation? So that reduction of time may be possible by introducing some additional resources with an additional cost. You can reduce the time. If you are able to reduce the time, you are able to reduce the project completion time also. Yeah, of course, you can study yourself and pass the examination by attending Singar Academy or introducing additional resources, fees and other things, so that you can crash the time required for covering the paper. That's all. So when I need to complete that work or project 10 hours rather than 5 hours, so I have to put more efforts, or I can recruit additional employees, or I can use additional machines, I can use overtime. But by using these resources, I need to spend additionally. Now the question is it worth to reduce the project completion time by spending the extra money? That's the question. So what happens here, I tell you, I can complete the project by 15 days. Okay, my cost is 15,000 rupees. Customer demands, sir, I need in 10 days itself, sir. Will you be able to supply? Let me check. So now I'm checking to introduce various resources to reduce the time consumption from 15 to 10. After checking, I came to know, yeah, of course it's possible, but it costs me around 5,000 additional spending. Okay, so for completing the job in 10 days, I need to spend 20,000 rupees. Now negotiate with the customer, sir, I can finish up in 10 days, but it costs me 20,000 rupees. Will you be able to pay 20,000 rupees? No, sir, I need to pay only 15. Then you have to wait for 15 days. Sir, it's very emergency. I'm in need of this immediately. Cost is not a botheration. You can take any price, sir. So then 20,000 rupees I'll fix. I'll hand over the project within 10th date itself. Okay. So now you can interact with the customers to reduce the duration by inflating the price, and also you fix this as an additional price for the customers. Sometimes surprise may also happens. 15 days it costs us 15,000 rupees. If you crash to 14 days, it may be 14,500. So what happens here? It's a win-win situation. Manufacturer is also happy, customer is also happy. Customer gets the goods delivered in 14th day, and manufacturer gets all the revenue generated within 14th day. Is it possible to reduce the cost, reduce the days as well as reduce the cost? Yes, because we have two costs. One is fixed overhead based on the days, another one is variable overhead. This variable overhead is called as crash cost. For crashing one day, I need to spend around 500 rupees additionally. But already I'm paying the rent and the other fixed overhead, salary, those static expenses for running the company. Maybe assumed to be fixed overhead 1,000 rupees per day. If I complete one day ahead, I'm able to reduce this 1,000. This is crash cost. Crash cost is increasing. Right. What happens if I'm allowing you to go for a tour for doing some official work? You tell the management, sir, it takes 10 days, sir. 10 days, sir. Okay. Finish up in 10 days. What's the budget you need to spend? Sir, there I need to have the room, food and other things. It costs me 1,000 rupees per day. So 10,000 you give me. Okay. 10,000 you give me. Then I'll ask you a question. What happens if you are able to have an assistant appointed there as a laborer? Sir, if I am able to appoint a laborer, he may demand around 500 rupees per day. If I am able to appoint him for my service, for my support there in the outskirts or outstation, I can finish up in 6 days, but for every day I need to spend around 500 rupees. So 500 into 6 days, I need to spend 3,000 rupees. Apart from that, my stay cost 1,000 is now for only 6 days is equal to 6,000. So what happens now? I can finish up in 6 days and overall cost is only 9,000. So sometimes the lucky also may happen. Duration also reduces, cost also reduces. Then it's a win-win situation. Sometimes the duration reduces, cost increases. In this case, you have to interact with the buyer. Will it be able to afford extra paise for the additional cost? If he says so, okay, I will take care of that, then you can inflate the price by incurring additional resources. Studying that part will be considered as crash costing here. Okay. Now in this case, indirect cost per day of the project is 500 per day. So by crashing the day 2 to 3 by a day, you can spend 250 extra. Because of crashing one day, you can save 1 day's fixed overhead. So ultimately, your cost reduction being 250. isn't it? So for example, so these are the things that are going to be calculated in this illustration. Let's see. Draw the project network diagram, determine the critical path and its duration, find the optimum duration and the resultant cost of the project. So first 1 and 2 are the usual one. Here the third step is all about to find out crashing and crash cost and all. Right. Now, so 1, 2, 3. All the 3 starts from 1. So I may draw this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, okay. Then 1 to 4, 2 to 3, 2 to 5, 4 to 5, 3 to 5. Hope now you'll be able to understand the network diagram. Okay, network diagram. Now let's try. What's the project duration? Start with the normal time. 1 to 2, 4 days. 1 to 3, 2 days. 1 to 4, 5 days. 2 to 3, 7 days. 2 to 5, 7 days. 3 to 5, 2 days. 4 to 5, 5 days. I think 1 to 4, 4 to 5, it's only 10 days, not a critical path. 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 4 plus 7, 11 days only. But 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5 seems to be critical, I think, right? This being the critical path here. This being the critical path. Now, what is the project completion time? 4 plus 7 plus 2, 13 days. This is what about the project completion time. What about the normal cost? Come on, get me the total normal cost here. $10,125. Now I am going to calculate the total cost for completing this project. Okay. Now, as per the first diagram, what is the cost? 10,125. Apart from that, 500 rupees per day you have to spend for 13 days indirect overhead. That is around another 6,500. The project can be completed in normal due course by 13th week or 13th day, the overall cost for completion being 16,625. Clear? Clear? Now the question is, can we reduce the time? In order to reduce the time, hope now we'll be able to understand this one, right? Online students, come and text me. So here I introduce the cost where the two costs are there. One is direct cost, another is indirect cost. Indirect cost is based on the duration. Direct cost, no other way. If you want to complete the project, that cost will be incurred definitely. Clear? Now, my question is, can I reduce the duration from 13 to 12 or 11 like? If I want to reduce which activity to be focused here, either this one, this one, this one. Among the three, any one, if you reduce, then definitely the project completion time will reduce from 13 to 12. Yes or no? If you reduce this 5 to 4, 4 plus 5, 9, still this will be the critical path. To reduce the project completion time after completing or finding the critical path, you need to reduce one of the critical activities duration. Now we have 1 and 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 5. Among the three, you can reduce one. Among the three, which is going to be reduced here? 1 and 2. What is going to be reduced? 1 and 2. What are the critical activities? 1 and 2 and okay. So 1 and 2, 2 to 3, then 3 to 5. Okay, the cost involving the 500, 250, 375. Come on, tell me. Which you want to reduce? Which one of this will be reduced? You have to reduce the date. Still, cost should be cheapest. Then I choose this one. I choose this one. 1 day I am going to reduce here. For the activity 2 to 3, if I reduce 1 day, I am able to reduce 250 rupees. Okay, sorry, I need to spend 250 rupees extra. Apart from that, I can reduce 1 day's indirect cost by 500. Ultimately, there will be savings of rupees 250. Yet the project gets completed by 12th date itself. See here. So 2 to 3 is going to be reduced. 2 to 3 is now 6 days only. I am replacing. This 7 is replaced with 6. Rest of the other days are being the same. Now, what is the critical path now? Now also the critical path being 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 only. But the project completion time in this case being 12 days only. Now, what is the cost? Earlier it was 16,625. You have to incur crash cost additionally. How much crash cost you have to do? 250 rupees you have to spend. But there is a savings in indirect cost. How much? 500 savings is there. Ultimate cost to be, come on. What is the ultimate cost? 250 reduced. 16,375. So this is a win-win situation. So for the manufacturer, they will finish off and get the cash by 12th date. For the buyer, he gets the goods delivered ahead of 13th date. Okay. Hope now you'll be able to understand the second step. Now, what is the critical path? Now also the critical path being 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5 only. Now, further I plan to go for reducing. Now, what can I do? Again, I have the options 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. Already we knew that 2 to 3 is cheapest one. So, second time also I am going to reduce the same. Second time also, because 7 to 5 we can reduce by 2 days. 1 day only reduce, so second day is also be reduced here. Because of this reason, now originally it was 6 from the earlier one, cancel and made as 5. Rest of the other activity will carry the same duration. Okay, so I simply copy those durations here. Now, what is the critical path? 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11. 11. Not only that, one more path, 2 to 5 also becomes what? Critical. Non-critical activity becomes critical now. Anyhow, the duration is only 11 days. Duration is only 11 days. Because of this crashing, we now identified one more critical activity also. 16,375 add what? Crash cost. Crash cost for crashing the day 2 by 3. So 2 to 3 is crashed. 2 to 3 is crashed by a day. That's how you can name it. You can say you can spend another 250 extra, but there is a savings in indirect cost, which is 500 rupees. Which is 500 rupees. So the ultimate value being 16,125. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. This one is much better than earlier one. Much better than the earlier one. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. Fourth step. In case of fourth step, what can we reduce? 2 to 3 cannot be reduced further because 2 to 3, the maximum possible reduction is over. We cannot do it. Then now we have to reduce 2 to 5 also. Come on, tell me. What to be reduced? I have the options to reduce. This is not possible. This one is not possible. 2 to 3 not possible. And 1 to 4 has no logic to reduce because it's non-critical. 4 to 5 also non-critical. You no need to bother about these three. And even 1 to 3 also non-critical. Now what happens here? You have 4 days here, 7 days here, 2 days here, 2 days here. Now what to be crashed? If I want to crash 1 and 2, it costs me 500 rupees. This one costs us 500 rupees. If I crash 1 and 2, will the ultimate project duration reduce or not? Definitely it will reduce. If I reduce from 4 to 3, 3 plus 7, 10, and 5 plus 5, 10, and 2 plus 2, non-critical, and 3 plus 5 plus 2 also 10. So naturally, project duration not gets affected if I am able to reduce 1 and 2. What happens if I want to reduce 3 and 5? 3 and 5 I can reduce because it's cheaper. Reducing this costs me only 375. If I reduce 3 and 5, will the project duration be reduced? 4 plus 5, 9. This is now 1 day. 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10. But this route is no 4 plus 7, 11. Because of the critical activity or path 1 to 5, the overall project duration remains 11, remains unaffected. So logically, this may be cheaper but has no impact in the reduction of the duration. 2 to 5, 500 rupees. So this one costs us 500 rupees. Either I can do what? Either I can reduce this 500 by 1 day. So the ultimate project duration will be reduced, or I have to reduce 1 day in these two. So if I don't reduce this 4, but this 7 becomes 6, means 4 plus 6, 10. 4 plus 5, 9. This is also reduced by 1, so 1. So also 10. So you have the two choices. One is either you can reduce 1 and 2 by 1 day, or reduce 2 and 5 by 1 day and 3 and 5 1 day. Otherwise the project duration will not get deducted. Okay. Now in the first option my cost is only 500 rupees. In the second option, to reduce 2 to 5 I need to spend 500 rupees. To reduce 3 to 5 I need to spend 375. So it costs us overall 875. It costs us 875. So because of that reason, the cheapest one being reducing what? 1 and 2 only. Reducing 1 and 2 only is logically correct. Okay, logically correct. So here 1 and 2 reduced by 1 day. Then this 4 becomes 3 days, and rest of the things remain same. Now the critical path being this one, 3 plus 7, 10, 3 plus 5, 8 plus 2, then also 10, then also 10, and the non-critical path of this one, 1, 4, 5 also becomes critical now. Only the activity 1 to 3 remains uncritical. Now what happens here? Existing cost being 16,125. By reducing 1 and 2, the crash cost you need to spend 500 rupees, but there is savings in indirect cost by 500. So you need to spend the same amount, but you can save 1 day. So now the duration is 10 days. You can finish up the project in 10th date itself by incurring 16,125. In the third step, you can finish up by 11th date by incurring 16,125. In the fourth step, you are finishing it by 10th date itself, but there is no savings in the cost. Anyhow, we don't save the cost, but we save the time. So this will also be more logically better option. Now we'll move on to the next one. What's that? Can I further reduce? Can I further reduce? So to reduce further, what happens here? Let me finish up the things here first. What are they? 1 to 4, 5, okay. 4 to 5, 5, okay. And this becomes 3, 1 to 2. 1 to 2 cannot be reduced further, isn't it? 1 to 2. It's 3. So you cannot reduce this further. And 2 to 3, 5 days only. This particular activity duration also cannot be reduced. We reduced the maximum. This one is 2, but has no logic because non-critical path, non-critical activity has no impact to reduce. And this will be 2 days. And this will be 7 days. Okay. Now, so what is the option you are going to consider? What's the option? As 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3 and 3 to 5 cannot be reduced. Okay, cannot be reduced. 3 to 5 can be reduced. Now, can I reduce the 10 to 9? What about 1 to 4? 1 to 4 can be reduced by 1 day by incurring 375. 375. 4 to 5 can be reduced at a cost of rupees 625. 2 to 5, 1 day can be reduced at a cost of rupees 500, only 1 day. 3 to 5 can be reduced at a cost of rupees 375. Is that okay? Now, you don't have the common activity. All the routes are now critical. For each and every route, you have to reduce 1 day, only then you can reduce the ultimate project duration. So for this route, I am going to reduce 1 day. Where? Is it 1 to 4 or 1 to 5? 1 to 5, 1 to 4 is logically cheaper, 375. So I have to reduce this by 1 day. Now it make it 4. Forget about the first route. In the second route, 3 and 7, we don't have the option to reduce this. We have to reduce this one only. So by 6 days. And second route also done, and the third route, this route, here 3 cannot be reduced, 5 cannot be reduced, only this 2 can be reduced to 1 day. 1 to 3 is not required to be reduced at all. Now come on, find out the total duration. So here the total duration being 4 plus 5, 9 days. You can finish up in 9 days. So this one is also critical path, 9 days. This one is also critical, 3 plus 6, 9 days. This one is also critical, 3 plus 5, 7 plus 3 plus 5, 8 plus 1, 9 days. Leaving the activity 1 and 3, all are critical. Now what is the cost? The existing cost being 16,125. Now you have to add the crash cost. How much will be the crash cost here? We have crashed this, so 375 for the first route. We crashed this for the second route, another 500 rupees. We crashed the third route, for that also 375. Almost 1,250 rupees extra you spend. But of course, savings in indirect cost being 500 rupees can be subtracted. What's the final value? 16,875. If the customer demands, sir, please finish up the due job, give the project completed, or finish the project by 9th date itself. Then you will tell them, so if I want to finish in 9 days, it costs me 16,875. Will you be able to afford for this? Yes, very much needed, sir. If I'm getting this project completed one day earlier, I could have used it for income generation where I can earn around 1,000 rupees additionally. So he says that 1,000 rupees I'm able to additionally earn, then he can fix the price at 16,875 also. Now, for your examination concern, give this being the optimum solution and recommend this if the customer willing to pay extra. That's how you can give the solution. So this is called crashing. So crash costing is one of the easiest chapter. Like earlier chapter, you finish up. Thereafter, find out each and every routes, especially critical path and activities falling in the critical path. Try to reduce those critical activities duration to reduce the project duration. If you are reducing day one, day two, like every time, the duration may be reduced from some number to lesser number, while reducing the cost will also be reduced. If the cost is reversed or increased, then you have to be double cautious there. While reducing, the main point is, while reducing one route's value should not get affected due to the other route's static number. So you have to take both the values parallelly. These are the logics you have to understand here. So with that, the norm means the crash cost chapter is over. There is no any confusions here. Very simple chapter, right? Come on, make note of it. So we'll start with resource smoothing or resource leveling, a bigger concept. Okay. The following information is available. So activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we have been given. Okay, you can draw the network diagram as well as critical path. So here I'll draw A, B, C. All the three activities are starting with the same node, ends with 2, 3, and 4. Okay. See here. One to two, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 3 to 5, 5 to 6, 3 to 5, 5 to 6, 2 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. Now, duration. One to two. This is called A. Duration being 4. 1 to 3 B. Duration being 2. 1 to 4 C. Duration 8. D. 2 to 6. Duration being 6. And E 3 to 5, duration 4, and 5 to 6, F duration 1, and G duration 1. Come on, find out the critical path. 1 to 2, 2 to 6 being 4 plus 6, 10. 2 plus 4 plus 1, this is not so. So, hope now you'll be able to understand. This will be the critical path. 1 to 2 and 2 to 6. Otherwise, A, D are the critical activity in critical path. Critical path. And the duration being 10. Duration being 10. You can finish up the work in 10 days. Now, draw the network and find the critical path. The next question is all about here, resource allocated, number of men required per day. If you are doing the activity 1 and 2, you are in need of 2 men. If you are in need of, if you are operating activity 1 and 3, you are in need of 3 employees. Based on that, what is the peak requirement of manpower? On which date this will occur? So you have to answer this. For that, you have to prepare a Gantt chart. You have to prepare a Gantt chart. Is that okay? You have to prepare a Gantt chart. Let me prepare the Gantt chart here. See, I'll take this here. I'll keep the diagram also here. So what is called Gantt chart? Activity, the number of days and activity required. The days you operate here being days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 days. Any of the project gets completed by 10th date itself. So we'll have 2 days extra. These are called days. Now try to draw the paths. Draw the paths. In case of A, we need to complete A in 4 days. This is A, 1 to 2. Okay. A. For A, how many employees are needed? So A can be done in 4 days. For A, we are in need of 2 employees. So if I operate activity or perform the activity A, I need 2 employees. And I am debuting 2 employees for the first 4 days to finish up the activity A. Thereafter, I start D. Okay. I start D. For D, how many days? 6 days. In these 6 days, how many employees I have to depend? 3 employees. 3 employees. Clear? 3 employees. Now what happens if I go for the next option? B. In case of B, I can start immediately. The project gets completed by 2 days. The activity gets completed by 2 days. So here B, here B. Thereafter 3 to 5, E. E requires 4 days to complete. So E, 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 E. Is that okay? This is called E. Then after E, we have the F. F, for F, how many days? Only 1 day. Huh? E 5 days. Okay. E 4 days only. 4 days. Okay. I posted as 5 days. Okay. Now this is F. For B, how many employees required? For B, 3 employees are needed. For E, I am in need of 2 employees. For F, I am in need of 3 employees. Then let me go for the next option, C. C. How many days? Activity C, 1 to 4. Number of days being 8 days. Oh my God. 8 days C is going to be operated. 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, G will be operated. How many employees required for C? 5 employees needed. How many employees needed for G? 8 employees needed. 8 employees needed. Is that clear? Have we completed all? A, B, C, D, E, F, F, G. So we have completed all the days assigned. Now come on, find out the total number of employees required for the day 1. 2 plus 3 plus 5, 10 employees needed. 2 plus 3 plus 5, 10 employees needed. And 2 plus 2 plus 5, 9 employees needed. 2 plus 2 plus 5, 9 employees needed. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 5, 10 employees needed. 3 plus 2, 5, 10 employees needed. 3 plus 3 plus 5, 11 employees needed. And 3 plus 5, 8 employees needed. And 3 plus 8, 11 employees needed. And last one being only 3 employees needed. Clear? This is what about the resource requirement. What is the peak requirement of manpower on which day or days will it occur? Peak employee requirement being these two. Peak requirement. Peak requirement. What are the day? Day number 7 and day number 9, where we are in need of 11 employees. 11 employees. If the maximum labor available on any day is only 10, now what happens here? Project can be completed by 10 days, okay, but resources available, the maximum number of employees being only 10. If we have only 10, what happens here? We stuck with the day number 7 and 9. We don't have the employees. As we don't have the employees, what we can do? We can do slight change. What change we can do? Can we adjust this date? 533. I can simply shift this here by shifting this one from here to here, because F is non-critical activity, can be started early or can be started late. Early start, early finish, latest start, latest finish. Latest to start, latest to finish should not disturb the ultimate project time. The ultimate project time is 10 days. So you have to complete by 10th date itself. So rather than you finish off on 7th date itself, as we are in shortage of the labor force, we can shift this to 10th date. If I shift this to the 10th date, so 10th date 3 plus 3, only 6 is the requirement. Here it becomes only 3 plus 5, 8 implies requirement. So now we resorted a day. We resorted a day by adjusting the early start, early finish date. So we can now use the resources effectively. Clear? And what about this date, sir? We don't have any other option, because you can shift either here or here. Already it's in the 9th date. If I shift to the 10th date and you are shifting this to the 9th date, yet 8 plus 3, 9, 11 days will be there. No other way, no other way. What you can do? You recommend to shift this G8 to 11th date. 11th date. So by shifting in the 11th date, your number of employees requirement being 8, and the number of employees required in 9th date being reduced to only 3. Only 3. Anyhow, due to the non-availability of sufficient laborer, though the project can be completed by 10th date, but as per this requirement, it's 11th date. The project can be completed only by 11th date because of the resource allocation. If the maximum labor available on any day is only 10, what can be the project, when can the project be completed? If the number of employees maximum available is 10, then definitely we cannot complete the project by 10th date. It will take one extra day. Apart from that, resource smoothing or resource leveling will also be one more logic. Anyhow, in practical life, we use the computers for getting all these details. Manually, it's really tough. Anyhow, just give the briefing behind. All these days are almost 10. This date and this date, the workload is very, very lesser. Now you can adjust the non-core activities, means non-critical activity here or there, so that some working days also be, working number of employees may also be shifted from here to here. So if I shift E from here to here, automatically what happens? If I shift this days, so 3 becomes 3 plus 2, 5, and 6 becomes 6 plus 2, 8, like, but in these 2 days, it becomes 8, 8 only. Such a way, all the employees will not be overloaded. Some employees may take rest, like. Okay, that's called resource smoothing. The resource smoothing may not be expected in your examination, but due to the resource insufficiency. Now we got stuck. We need to adjust slightly. Because of that adjustment, the project cannot be completed by 10th date. We need one extra day. Clear? Hope now you'll be able to understand the resource reallocation, smoothing, and all here. Make a note of it.